What does that feel like to fall in love?
It's amazing!
How do you think they felt when they fell in love?
I don't know, I wasn't there.
You're supposed to use your imagination. I know it's hard for...
Well, I'm sure it was like any guy back then. You were horny. You were up in uglies. You got a steady. Life's good. Cat dog, leave me alone.
Such a long time and they've never forgotten about each other.
That's so neat. Are you glad they stayed married for 50 years?
Check.
I think I know the answer to that question, but if I answered truthfully, we would have to increase the rating on this video and it would no longer be safe for all audiences.
Come and play with me. Run away with me. Just you and me. Happy days. Every day. We will be okay.
Dad had pointy horn-rimmed glasses, like the cat eye ones with the little jewels on the corner. And in the midst of their kissing, she apparently gouged one of his eyeballs pretty bad with her pointy eyeglasses. And when he was kind of moaning in pain, she was apologizing for poking his eyeball, and he said, "Don't worry about it, I've got another one."
We are like a shooting star across the sky. You and I, we.
The one thing I can think back and remember about the dating that I was mostly impressed with was Pat was a cheap date. A few pickles off Russ's hamburger. He knew that was the right woman for him.
You and me will always be together. We will always be together.
Anything that the woman I fall in love with chooses.
Always be together. We will always be you and me.
I'm the oldest kid, so I can remember them being pretty young, and I do remember walking in on them more than once where I think my dad was probably helping himself to a little field while my mom made supper, so those were kind of embarrassing times. I also know that Dad liked to call her Pappy, and he would say, "Pappy, make me a sandwich," and she'd always come through. Those are the only love words that I can really remember, but they definitely were amorous in their younger days.
Pappy, make me a sandwich. How many times have we heard that through the years?
Pat, make me a sandwich. Mom, fix me a sandwich, or bring me something to drink, or come look at this.
Pet names? Russ!
Obviously, one of the biggest ones that we still talk about quite a bit is Piss Boy and Lady Fox. When I would hang out with Pat and Russ, I always pretended that I was a princess, and still to this day, I can't remember what my name was, but I remember that Pat was my lady in waiting, and she, you know, was higher class with me, and her name was Lady Fox. And then Russ was our servant, and his name was Piss Boy. And that, oh God, that we did that for an entire summer, if not several summers.
Like little hearts coming out of your head.
That's a good answer.
It means that your feelings starts getting bigger and bigger until it's bigger than the whole wide world.
Wrapped up inside is a dream for you. Not a candlestick opera with a partial view. I can see between the moon, the stars, and you. What's wearing and tearing down the
Well, Mom and Dad, you have always loved laughing together. You've enjoyed each other's humor. You continue to seek one another out, and I really believe that you've done a lot of compromising when you've needed to. And I know you've just kept choosing to love one another. I think that's the secret.
Continue to choose each other time after time, and you know it's not always an easy choice, but they just love each other so much, and it's evident in how they are around each other and how they act toward each other. They're really each other's best friends, and I think it's just a really amazing achievement.
and paint by numbers to the common.
Well,
I can see between
great son-in-laws.
You have to have some kind of plan, I think. And like you can't just be like, "Oh, let's get married." Yeah, Florida, and then you end up in the ghetto in Chicago.
Loose emotion on guarded words, so no one ever gets inside to build a better dream with you.
grandma. Some grandmas are for cooking and some grandmas are for talking, and you're just a talking grandma.
Well, does it have to be good memorable?
I don't know, what has she made for me? That was good.
You don't remember anything. I guess that answers that question.
I guess it's the fruit salad. The marshmallow fluff fruit salad is the most memorable.
Well, it has to be the 3 potato meal we had in our dating. Early in our dating, that might have been the first time I was at their place.
What was the meal?
Man, did we have chili mac, a baked potato chips, and there might have been potato salad or something along those lines, but I just remember the 3 potato meal.
So I know she can cook, but she cannot substitute, and some of the low points in Grandma's cooking comes with substitutions, and some of them that I can think of were as recently as when they were living on the farm, that she tried to make tomato soup for my dad and put sweetened condensed milk in it because she realized she was out of milk. There were also the recipes like salt chicken, where she tried to make her own shake and bake and basically just put a can of salt in a bag and rolled the chicken. So she doesn't do too well when she goes off script, but if she stays with the recipe, she can get it pulled together.
Mom and Dad, I wonder if you realize the impact that your 50-year adventure has had on us girls and our families. I remember as a kid being so proud of the fact that my dad was a Canadian citizen and fought in the Vietnam War, and you could have gone home, and I always told that story whenever we talked about it in school, and we've shared that story with our kids. But beyond that, it's pretty obvious that you guys have been on a wild path, and I just wonder if you had any idea when you were engaged to be married, all of the adventures that you would get to go on, and seeing your commitment and love for each other, and just the way you've remained each other's best friends is such an amazing example for us.
Driving to a like air show or flying show that Russ would fly the airplanes that he made, and we were driving there, and I was quite the chatty Kathy when I was little, and I was talking, and Russ just casually handed something to me in the back seat and said, "Hey, can you hold this for me?" And I grabbed it and continued talking, and then I looked down and realized that it was his 2 front teeth were in my hand, and I lost it, started screaming, and Pat and Russ just thought that was the funniest thing, and I remember being traumatized by it, but also survived all of that.
I remember being a really little girl and having tea parties with Grandma Pat, and she's, you know, a really little woman, so she'd squish her body down into little toddler-sized chairs to have a tea party with me in her basement at her house in Harris. And I remember them letting us watch TV in the basement, the unfinished basement in Harris. and they had a hammock down there, and Emily and I would lay in the hammock together and eat ice cream treats and watch TV and do whatever we wanted. And every once in a while, she'd want to make sure we were okay, so she'd just yell down the stairs, "Girls!" We would say, "Yeah, Grandma." And she would say, "I love you." We would just say, "I love you too, Grandma." And then she would go away again.
I remember the good times that we had with the horses, and that when you guys moved to the farm, and we had a lot of memories of like riding horses together, and you guys bought new horses, and then you had my horse Storm, and it was really neat. I thought one of the neatest times that we had was when Storm was at your house and Grandpa was in the yard, and he was taking pictures of me on Storm, and Storm was so dirty and I was dirty because he was so dirty, but we had a lot of good memories in that house too, of the riding horses and sharing that passion for them. So.
Was in 3rd grade, and for some reason it was just me and them, and it was just the 3 of us, and we went on this like 6-hour road trip in the camper. We went to a family reunion for family I didn't know very well in Wisconsin, but it was super fun because I got to spend like 3 straight days just with them and talking to them and bonding with them. And I remember we went to a Walmart on the way there, and Grandpa bought me this doll set just kind of randomly, which was really dope. We stayed out at this farm, and we got to like fly in this biplane and go on these 4-wheelers. I don't know, it was really special to me. That's always stood out. It was a great memory.
Oh, I love you both. You guys are cool. And you're awesome grandparents. And even though I don't share that a lot, I do mean it when I say that.
No. Hi, Grandma. Hi, Dad. Hi, Dad. Yeah. Can you go my house tomorrow? Sure. Okay. Bye, Grandma. Bye.
And cry. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray.
No, Papa, it's not there. Okay, bye, Papa.
You told me once, dear, you really love me. No one else could come between. But now you've left me, you love another, and you shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love.
You gonna give her a bath?
Run!
One time when I was riding the horses with Grandma and Grandpa, and Grandpa was holding the rope, and we were inside a cage thing. So he was holding the rope, and it was like me and Josiah were taking turns riding it, and then it was my turn, and Grandpa said, if you want to go faster, then you can kick it. And then I kept kicking it over and over and over again, and then it started going super fast, and then Grandpa had to start running, and it was super fun.
When skies are gray, you'll never know, dear, how much I love you.
You're okay.
Okay, any final words that you wanted to visit with them about?
Well, I just want to congratulate you on 50 years of marriage, and God bless you both, and thanks for all the love and joy you brought into our lives. Thanks.
The memories that I found on those photos that I was working on this week are priceless, and I love you both, and I'm really, really grateful that you were always there to support us, encourage us, and be a wise sounding board when we needed advice, and just participating in our lives, and I'm grateful for that. I love you both. Congratulations, 50 years is a huge accomplishment, and I hope the next 50 are just as fun as the first 50.
All right, go ahead.
Hey, well, got it.
Smoke just came out of your mouth.